It was good, everybody. It's your boy Kama. We back with another video, man. Hey, man. Well, we live today. Um, hey, man. Let's talk about football. On the weekends, I kind of like to go. On the weekends, I kind of like to, rather than making the video, let's like talk for a little bit, right? My first topic I want to get into the joint practices, man. This week, the joint practices with the Chargers and whatnot. Like it was like the joint practice with the Chargers, right? I came away encouraged. We're not a finished product, but I can say I can say the Chargers have one of the better rosters in the league. Definitely on paper. Two premier pass rushers. They got good athletes on the inside. They got a good linebackers, Kyle Benoit and Murray and them. They got Derwin James, who's the highest paid safety. Asante Samuel Jr. The list goes on and on. Offensively, they loaded as well. So it's like, but what I heard, because the Dallas Cowboys had a on their training camp live periods, they basically released four versions of it each day, which I thought it was dope. So you could get to see the full offense compete drills, the full defense compete drills. It was um, every time I get a chance to see this defensive line, it impressed me even more. And then we get to add an Anthony Barr there at the linebacker position. It impresses me, man. It's like I really feel like this defense can be very special, man. I feel like the defense can be very special, and I'm not really, I'm not really like um, too. I'm not mad at the offense, man. Like the offensive line been blocking, man. Like the offensive line, like what we gotta realize is people have they can build and get better. Like they're gonna build. They're getting better with reps, better with time, playing, and like essentially we basically have five preseason games because we played the Broncos, which everybody said the Broncos beat us in the practice, whatever. I'm not disputing that. It is what it is. You win some, you lose some. But we also got to practice against the Broncos 2 weeks, 2 days leading up into the game. So we get to practice against the Chargers, compete drills and things like that, for 2 days leading up to the game. So and essentially, we played both of them three times if you look at it that way. But yeah, man, I look at it like dark horse teams, right? I look at dark horse teams. You get like San Fran, right? San Fran last year made it to the NFC Championship game or whatever the case may be. But outside the Debo Samuel having his breakout season, they really didn't have any real notable outside of Kittle, right? Kittle was the only real known commodity on that offense because Debo Samuel was the guy that was faced injuries a lot leading up to last year. They knew the potential of him because of his draft position, but they knew just like they knew the potential of Ayuk from his draft position. But none of them have really hit their stride. Debo Samuel, Debo Samuel hit his stride last year. You know what I'm saying? So it's like now you look at them, they're a team who one plays defense, play excuse me, but they're a team that one plays stout defense, two runs the ball. You know what I'm saying? That got them to the NFC Championship game. We're a team that can play defense. One, two, we can run the ball. Three, we got a better quarterback than them. I trust Dak Prescott in big games more than I trust having to get a throw from Jimmy Garoppolo. I switch that any day. I know people gonna say, but Jimmy Garoppolo been to a Super Bowl and this and that third. Okay, when Jimmy Garoppolo been to a Super Bowl without a top five defense, a top 10 defense, or like they defense has always been their calling card. Like I don't look at it. That's the reason they make the move to Trey Lance because Trey Lance has the ability that they feel like his talent can put them over the top. A quarterback like Jimmy Garoppolo has a shelf life. He can go. Jimmy Garoppolo probably can go to the Giants, right? He probably could go to the Giants if the Giants play stout defense. He can lead them to the playoffs. The problem is when you get there, what you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Like I don't like on topics like that. It is what it is, right? I was reading Dak having probably the best camp he had, the best camp he had as a Cowboy. And when I look at I'm gonna be honest when I say this, right? I was never I was never a big Dak Prescott fan coming out. You know what I'm saying? I was never. I'm still a firm believer that if we would have put Tony Romo back in 2016, we could possibly went to the Super Bowl. But I give credit when credit due. This man has gotten better every year. He has gotten better every year. He's improved. They said this year the velocity on his ball is crazy. Pause. They said the accuracy of him throwing people open has been on another level. And that's what you want to hear from your quarterback. You want to hear you want to hear he's throwing the young guys open, holding them accountable. When Jalen Tolbert crosses the interception because he didn't attack the ball enough, he didn't cut the defender off. He walks right up to him after the play and he breaking it down because it's all a learning curve. You know what I'm saying? It's a learning curve, and at the end of the day, that's all you can ask for from your QB1. I mean, no, we're not star-studded. No, we're not star-studded on offense by any stretch of the imagination, like weapons-wise. It's a kid who's an undrafted rookie named Dennis Houston who's been running with the ones, and no matter who we play or whether we were practicing against our defense, the Chargers, the Broncos, this kid's been making plays. We've been making plays and getting first team reps. But this was Aaron Rodgers. We could talk about he amazing. He just, the beat goes on. You know what I'm saying? Like I look at Dak as one of them quarterbacks that long as he's in the game, I feel like we have a shot. So it's like with a quarterback that's never had a losing season, that's one. Like with a guy who's never had a losing record as a quarterback in 7 seasons. In 7 seasons. A guy who's got that leader, like you never question his leadership, you never question anything, right? Like I don't see why we can't be one of those teams, man. Nobody's never flashed. It don't have to be flashy. It don't have to be. You don't have to be have the best offense in the league to go to the Super Bowl. You don't have to have the best defense in the league to go to the Super Bowl. To take a collective talent, collective effort. That's one. It takes a little luck. That's two. Let's keep it 100. Take a little luck to get there as well. But it's also like you just got to be. All you want is for your team to be on any given Sunday. They could beat anybody, right? I mean, that's all we ask for as your team. Like on any given Sunday, can we go opening night to Tampa Bay? Well, last year we went to Tampa Bay. They coming to Dallas this year. Can Tampa Bay come to Dallas this year opening night and lose? Is that a possibility? I say yes. That's all you want. That's all you want. Be in position. You have to be in position to be in position. You have to be in a position to make the playoffs. So then when you make the playoffs, you have to be in position
to be in position to make a run in the playoffs. And that's all I want to see, man. I want to see us put together back-to-back playoff seasons for the first time since I think '06, '07. Like those are steps that I like to see because those are steps that, as a Cowboys fan, we're not used to seeing. We're not used to seeing. Like we're not used to having back-to-back. The NFC East hasn't had a back-to-back champion in going on 20 years. We're not used to seeing that. So if you can take that next step and okay, we're gonna continue to grow. I mean, that's half the battle in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? So, and I wanted to segue real quick to this funny things I be reading, man. It's like we get trolled more than any any team, right? Um, Rightfully so, the star and things of that nature. People on Trayvon Diggs about giving up double plays in practice and all that, but we just seen Slay get murdered by Coop on a double play. But when Coop was with Dallas, the main story was him shutting down Coop. I don't know why, but I don't like to get into team slander, right? Because it's like I actually like the Eagles draft picks, right? I liked Jordan Davis, N'Kobe Dean. I'll be lying to you if I didn't say I would wanted my team to draft those two guys, right? I'd be lying to you. It'd be a flat out lie. But I also would like to think I see people posting best defense in the East and on blah 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 and all that, right? I look at I look at everything in its totality, right? The Eagles are ranked in the teams. They're finishing the teams at defense last year. I think they was like ninth or tenth in the rush defense. Um, but my rebuttal is this, right? Football is the ultimate team sport, right? If I have multiple quarterbacks who threw for better than 80% completion rate when we played you, right? But if my completion rate is greater than 80%, what does that mean is working? Oh wait, that means you suspect versus the air, right? So if I can throw the ball 30, 40 times and have easy pickings in your secondary, and then that means I'm not running the ball that much against you, right? Why would I? Derek Carr went what? Derek Carr went the whole game with what? Three completions against the Eagles and completions. Why would he run the ball? So what people don't understand about football, right? And this is not just about the Eagles; it's about everybody. What people don't understand about football is up to last year there were 16 games, now there's 17 games, right? If if in 17 games I played Jake Fromm, Garrett Gilbert, that's two. Trevor Simeon, Jared Goff, who was the Lions team that started off like '09. The list goes on and on. Let's go. Who else they played? T- Tyler Heineke. They played Daniel Jones one game, who they all hate, which is six. What's good, bro? How you? If it is if if I'm playing and I'm not trying to go up their whole like I'm not trying to go up their whole schedule, right? But if this happens, right? It's football in 17 games, right? If I play the Cowboys who scored a ton of points. If I played the Chiefs who scored a ton of points. If I played LA, if I played all the good teams they play, right? If I play y'all and y'all wild out, right? Now, if you wild out, score 30 or better, this and that third, blow me out, this and that third, and by the end of the game, we ain't got to do this and do that. Yeah, like by the end of the game, we sit in plays and all that, right? If you follow that up with playing 4 or 5 straight teams, the Lions, Trevor Simeon, all all these guys, right? If you follow that up by playing those guys, and you hold the Lions to this, you hold the Commanders to this, you hold the Giants to this, you hold it. All them stats average in. So it's gonna look like at the end of the season, it's gonna look like your defense had 7, 8 incredible games. So the bad and the good is going to average out, and you're going to be sitting somewhere in the middle. Even though in reality, that's not really where you rank at. It's where you fell, yeah, but that's not the reality of what happened. When you play good teams, bad things happen. But it's like I'm not hating, but that's just how it goes, man. Give me 1 second. Nah, but that's reality though. Like all good and bad games factor in. If I'm a cornerback and let's say I play Tyreek Hill this day, right? Then I play Jamar Chase. I play Devontae Adams. Who else is elite? Keenan Allen. I play these guys, right? Boom. These guys got off on me. 90, 100-yard games, 6 catches in the third. Then I turn around and I play the Bears and I play Jacksonville and I play teams like that without proven receivers, and I give up 2 catches for 30 yards. Throughout them stretch of 5 games, them 5 games they factor into the grand scheme of your stats too. So it's not going to go down as it's not going to show up as, but he struggled against the elites, but he looked good versus the. It's not going to show up as that. It's just going to show up as one total stat. And like in their whole season last year, that's how it's going to show up. You went 9-8. You went 9-8, but it's not going to show up next to your record who you beat. And that's not hating. You beat who on your schedule. But it just be funny to me because I like you see everybody paint these narratives of, well, the Cowboys didn't beat any good teams, no playoff teams, and all that last year. Any teams over 500, just cap. I mean, first of all, we beat the Eagles twice. Ain't they over 500? We beat the Eagles twice. That's why we beat the Eagles twice. We went to Foxborough and beat the Patriots in the middle of their run. They had ripped off like 6, 7 games straight, right? We beat the Chargers, who finished with a winning record. They didn't make the playoffs. We went to overtime and lost by a field goal to the Las Vegas Raiders, and that was without CeeDee Lamb and Amari Cooper. We went to like it's a lot of teams that with winning records that we went and we played well against. Tampa Bay week 1. We lost to Tampa Bay by 2 points. He lost to Tampa Bay by 2 points and missed what 2 or 3 field goals in that game. We could have easily won that game. Like Vegas, we went to we went to we went to Kansas City without Coop and CD again and lost by a touchdown. These games is not the same. It's not the same. We're going up there. We putting up fights with people. Even when we lose, we come out in the bad, and it still was a dog fight. As much as people like to like make fun of us of the playoff loss, we lost by fucking 6 points, bro. We lost by 6 points. No matter how many mistakes we made, we lost by 6 points. We didn't get ran off the field. I mean, that's just, but But what I'm talking is I'm talking the reality of what happened. I'm not telling you the hope is. I'm not sitting here. I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you that we're going to the Super Bowl because I don't feel like we're going to the Super Bowl. All I'm saying is my expectations for this year is, of course, everybody wants their team to go to the Super Bowl, right? My expectations for this year is I want to see the defense get better. I want to see defense take the next step to becoming the league. I want to see my offensive line take another step with the improvements. And I want to see the young guys come along. Now, when the young guys come along, if just because I don't believe that we're the Super Bowl favorites or things like that, it's not impossible. I don't think it's impossible that we could go to Tampa Bay and beat Tom Brady in the playoffs. I don't think it's impossible that we beat the Rams. I don't think it's impossible. That's the difference. But I'd be lying to you and myself if I told you sitting here right now, we the favorites. We the favorites. Right? I feel like we're going to dominate the NFC. We're going to dominate the division. I don't feel that way. But as a fan, all you want is the possibility of that you could come out. So we get even within the division, right? You got the Commanders, who I feel like if Carson Wentz is Carson Wentz, they're going to be dangerous. That's probably the best supporting cast, wide receiving cast that he has in a long time. If he can make them plays, if Carson Wentz can be consistent and get them the 27-7 he gave the last team, they're going to be a better team. If their defense get healthy, they're going to be a better team. I feel like the Eagles are an improved team. I feel like the Giants can be an improved team. So like I'd be capping if I say and told you I think it's going to be easy. I don't look at people what they did last year. I look at your real roster. I look at the lineup. I look at the possibilities of what can happen, and like all teams in my division, I feel like can be dangerous this year. So and on top of that, without it being a repeat champion, you can't be but so confident. I mean, we swept the division last year. I'm still not sitting here with a telling you we about to sweep the division again because it don't happen. I mean, but yeah, man, I just wanted to tap in with y'all real quick, man. I like doing this sometimes rather than making the video, edit it. I work all week, so on the weekends I'm off. So this is my time when I get a chance to relax, sip on something, kick back with the family, make a couple videos, man. But like I said, man, my channel, like the love I've been receiving on the channel the past month and a half, man, is overwhelming, man. I appreciate anybody if you ever liked my video, you ever shared it. I appreciate everything. I appreciate everything. Continue to like, continue to subscribe. Like I said, it's your boy Common. We out here, man.